coastal Maine. One of many different types of regions. This is kind of approximately, give or take, midway up. Well, I'm not sure. There's an expression, mid-coast Maine, but I'm not sure how range it is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful spot. A lot of people come here to enjoy this park. There's some seaweed, extremely important to the habitat and ecology of the ocean and shoreline. Full of life, and the mud also full of life. Hear the sound of a gull in the distance? This is low tide. Later, the water will be up over all that seaweed and up over the rocks that seaweed's attached to. I'm sorry, I'm kind of crawling over here because I had to step up on something. I'm not going to go too close to the edge because I don't want to accidentally drop my camera down there. There's a lot of livelihoods that use the ocean here for the economy, to help feed them and themselves and their families and sometimes their neighbors. You know, a lot of different livelihoods, from fishing to tourism, tour boats. Here meaning Maine, coastal Maine. By here I don't mean this exact spot, I mean coastal Maine. Whale watches, touring harbors. A lot of people come to see the to see the sites. Oh, there's a bad spot on the board. Well, for the telling that there's a board that needs to be checked on here. If somebody hears this from this town. So sometimes people will use a rowboat to row out to their bigger boats, attach the littler boat temporarily to the mooring, to that blob, that big bubble out there, and sometimes they leave the boat out of mooring. Sometimes people will have somebody row it back or bring it back. I don't know, a variety of things depending on the situation, the harbor and the tide, etc. So there are a lot of children across this globe that have loved to explore in seaweed and the shorelines of wherever they live, and learn about the living beings that live in and under and around. Sometimes there'll be things that live on the dock piers. I don't see them on those, but that looks like a treated wood. Maybe that's why. When I was growing up, we had fun looking at on the docks at the types of snails that would, periwinkles that would attach to, and the barnacles that would attach to the dock piers. This video is to share some beauty. To share some beauty with whoever hears this set of videos. This video is in dedication to my mom and all the others around this world, and especially here in the United States and here in Maine, Florida, etc. and elsewhere. To all the people trapped in bad assisted living, nursing home, rehab type places illegally, for those places that have the illegal drugging and mistreatment and abuse, and for people that are kept against their will where they don't want to be, in violation of all kinds of humanitarian laws and rules and principles and concepts, and mistreated and drugged and physically, emotionally abused, neglect, sedated so people don't have to deal with them, left in their own pee, repeated bladder infections, stories of starvation, people's phone communications interfered with, family visitations interfered with, people wanting to leave and being kept against their will, kidnapped illegally. I tried to show you a seagull flying by, but I didn't aim the camera right. My mom's name is Carol W. Smith. I'm advocating for her. She's trapped illegally against her will, as she keeps saying it, in a place called Huntington Common, on or near Ross Road, as if it were on Ross Road, in Kennebunk, Maine. Not Kennebunkport, Kennebunk, Maine. Some ways way below Portland. And it's technically called assisted living, but it's a combination of types of facilities. And she's not the only victim there. There have been past victims. And it's a horrible, horrible place. Oh, it hid. There was a pretty little bird down there. I was shining the camera. There, now maybe you can see it. Hi, pretty baby. You pretty bird. Help us. Talk about this topic to your friends, families, neighbors. Talk online. Get the word out about what's going on in America. Get the word out. Talk about it. Stop the abuse. Talk to your Congress. Voice out and speak out for my mom, please. Her name is Carol W. Smith. She wants to go back home to one of her homes is in Cushing, Maine, where she has lots of beautiful flower gardens. She wants to be home. Let her come home. It's the law, and it's her right. Please help us. You don't know the anguish that her and I have been in. If you were sobbing or in anguish, would you be taking time to show your anguish on the camera? A lot of people would not. You know, there's such a thing as the word stigma or stereotypes, or some people don't understand anguish. Some people do. There's a mixture of people in the world. Do you like the sound of the flags fluttering? I do. Fluttering flapping in the wind. At least these flags. The sound of the waves. Can you hear the sound of the waves? I hope so. I need my mom and I love her. I've dedicated decades of my life to helping her and trying to assure her she could be in her own home. The story is far more complex. Her rights and mine. There's lots of my rights that have been trampled all over too. Her belongings and mine. A lot of them have been stolen or sold off or gotten rid of against her and I's knowing and against our will. It's just a matter of time before her and I lose everything. I was born with a language reading disability, like whoop-de-doo, you know. I mean, like, really, how some people treat the Americans with disabilities is absolutely ridiculous. We're people too, you know. Everybody counts. Thanks to the Reverend Martin Luther King in the 1960s and thereabouts, who knew that everybody is somebody and everybody is beautiful. And the Holy Bible is clear how precious people are. God is love. God loved us first so that we could know love and thus love one another. I'm referring to Scripture. And I love you, world. Including even those that have done me and Mom wrong. Been horrible to us. But please. My mom's really, really trapped. Illegally, systemically trapped. She's got to come out some. But there have been a number of types of, there's been systems that are dysfunctional and not working. How can this be in the United States of America, supposedly such a powerful country? Prove it. Prove it, Republicans. Prove it, Democrats. Prove it, Independents. Prove it, whatever your party's called. Prove it, people of this country. Prove if we're such a powerful, amazing country. Free our senior citizens from this debauchery. Stop the abuse. Don't dump your family members in these horrible places, and don't go into denial or rationalize or try to ignore or try to put on blindfolders because you don't want to believe that something's really going on that is. The abuses that are going on are going on. There are rampant accounts, numerous, infinite numbers of accounts. I have personally heard infinite, so many I couldn't begin to count on half of them. Literally. Even from numerous people that have worked in these systems. I'm going to turn off the camera now. That's some kind of... Oh, I tried to show the seagull. We didn't do it very well, sorry. Now I'll aim over this way so you can see some more of the dock. Hasta la vista, sayonara, masalama. Ciao. Au revoir. Saitien. Aloha. I might not be saying it right in Hawaiian, sorry. Let me think. Guten Abend? No, it's not evening. Guten Tag? I'm amateur, forgive me, beginner. With most of these languages. Goodbye. What else did I forget? Masalama, Guten Abend, or Guten Tag, Do svidaniya, Hasta la vista, or Au revoir, goodbye. I think somebody said that aloha can mean both goodbye and hello. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Hasta la vista I think means to see you later. Or something to that gist. I think I've known another language. Yeah, I'm dyslexic. I've learned some little bits of some other people's languages. I say this out of love and respect and caring worldwide. But now I'm calling upon the world to help us. Help me and Mom. Please. And all the others. I'm not doing it very well. Unless I got the sun in my eyes. Oh well. There you go. I assume that the bluish flag is probably the flag of the state of Maine. It looks like it. I do not know the meaning of the red flag, if that's a town flag. I'm not sure. And of course, the top one. Whoops, where'd it go? Ah, the sun's so bright, I don't know if I can show it. I'm not sure if it's aiming right at it. It's the flag of the United States, wherever it is. That sun's totally blind and I can't see. Ah. That's the sound of a crow in the background. Bye. Let it not be a final goodbye. Help us. Please. One phone call. One email. One word to your families. One call to a legislator. One call to Department of Health and Human Services, federal or state. One effort. One little. You have a voice, whoever you are out there, children or adult, elderly, everyone worldwide, please. Don't fall for the lies. There will be lies. There will be excuses. There have been excuses, one after another, falsehoods. Don't fall for it. Mom has her rights. She knows what she wants and where she wants to be. Help us, please.